Hi everyone, today our group will be exploring a fascinating and fast-growing area in the tourism industry, screen tourism. Before that, I want to quickly introduce you to our group mates' names, student ID numbers, module title, and name of the module leader. Screen tourism is when people travel to real destinations they have seen in films or TV shows. It's where storytelling meets reality, where imagination turns into travel. What begins as a scene on screen can become a powerful reason for people to visit a place in real life. Just like Harry Potter brought millions of visitors to London's Warner Bros. Studio. And in this presentation, we will look at what screen tourism truly means, why it's so important in destination and marketing, how large its economic impact is in the UK, especially in the Hertfordshire, and how different genres, case studies shows the power of storytelling in shaping modern travel. So let's begin by understanding what screen tourism actually means.
Now I'm going to talk about the meaning and importance of screen tourism, focusing on its emotional and marketing aspects. Screen tourism refers to a form of travel where people visit filming locations that become famous through media content. It is one of the fastest growing travel sectors today. According to Visit Britain's 2024 research, 1 in 4 global travelers are influenced by films or TV shows when choosing their travel destinations. So, how does media influence people's travel decisions? Viewers immerse themselves in stories and feel empathy to the characters and the places they see on screen. These emotional connections create an attachment to the location and inspire a strong desire to experience it in real life. And it also helps promote destinations. Media can quickly change how people see a destination, so it can be a very powerful tool for marketing. For example, after the release of the Harry Potter movies, many fans were motivated to visit the UK. As a result, filming locations like King's Cross Station, Christchurch, and Glenfinnan Viaduct have become famous tourist attractions. The Harry Potter studio tour, which recreates the movie sets, has welcomed over 80 million visitors since it opened, and in 2016, Harry Potter was estimated to have contributed about £4 billion to London's economy. Screen tourism has a huge influence on destinations and the people who visit them. It helps promote destinations, attract visitors, and build emotional connections with people all around the world. And that's why it is so important today.
Be explaining about the scale of screen tourism in Britain and Hertfordshire. As Emma explained, today this become a minor part of the tourism industry in the UK. Furthermore, Visit Britain has found that 7 in 10 people in the UK have visited these TV or film locations. Also, 1 in 6 international visitors input their opinion as TV series or movies have influenced them to travel UK, especially in the Greater London areas. As documented by Visit Britain, international visitor expenditure has reached up to £32.5 billion in 2024, and it's been around 5% of increasement compared to 2023. In 2019, screen-related tourism contributed approximately £892 million to the British economy. So this slide clearly shows that film and television are extensively influenced for the UK tourism, with over 80% of international tourists persuaded to travel the iconic screen locations presented through popular productions. Film and television productions support for the UK economic growth by generating employment and tourist engagement. Filming in Hertfordshire contributed £5.76 million in 2023-2024. In 2024-2025, contributed £11.33 million, and £4 million is generated in the first quarter of 2025, driving regional economic growth through screen tourism. With all this data and information, it's showing how the screen sector continues to expand, inspire, and bring lasting profits to the UK economic system. My colleague Jin will explain genres and categories of screen tourism.
Here, I'm gonna talk about the genre and the category of the screen. There are some kind of screen tourism. First one is film tourism. This is the type of which tourists visit the movie filming location. Second, TV tourism. TV programs are often broadcast over a long period, so they can attract visitors continuously. Third one is the streaming tourism. Content in the streaming platform are spread instantly by streaming apps like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus. Now, let's look at the popular genre and how different audience behavior depend on the film genres. First one is the fantasy. A theme park is often built based on the fantasy film, like Harry Potter. The fans of this film tend to take pictures, buy some goods, and cosplay as a character. Doing this, they often enjoy the world view of the film. Their trip are short, but emotional satisfaction level is often high. Next, period or historical drama, such as British cartoon. The most of fans of such that film are interested in the architecture and the culture and visiting historical spot. They tend to prefer to calm travels and enjoy the cultural experiences and high quality trips, so they have a tendency to stay longer. Then, calm mystery drama, for example, Sherlock. In London, where this film is set in, the walking tour tourists go around the scenes of the incident is popular. The type of tourist want to enjoy the exploring and attending. Lastly, documentary and the nature genre. The tourists who are attracted by this genre have strong interest in the learning and conservation. Also, some such tourists often join the volunteer activity and eco-tour. To sum up, the behavior and the purpose of the tourist depend on genre is much different. Screen tourism is not only about visiting film location, but also about how stories change the way people see and experience the world.
I'm going to introduce about an announced map of Hertfordshire, focusing on four major filming locations: Leibsden Studios, Elstree Studios, Hatfield House, and St Albans. First, Leibsden Studios is located about 13 kilometers northwest of London. Leibsden is owned by Warner Bros. It's one of the largest stadiums in Europe, and it was originally a Royal Air Force base. Famous films like the entire Harry Potter series, Sweeney Todd, and Star Wars Episode 1 were filmed here. It now runs a Harry Potter Stadium Tour, which has attracted over 18 million visitors since 2012 and made £172 million in 2023. Next, Elstree Studio is in Boham, London's most versatile film and TV studio. It has nine stages and a large backlot. Famous works include The Shining and Who Wants to Be a Billionaire. It doesn't offer like studio tours, but still earn around $6 million a year from production. Third one is Hatfield House. This is a historical country house in Hatfield used for Sherlock Holmes, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and Agatha Christie marbles. It welcomes about 100,000 visitors a year who enjoy both gardens and film heritage. Finally, St. Albans, known for its cathedral and Roman history. Movies such as Johnny English, Fast Night, and Inspector Mouse were filmed here. In 2023, the area has recorded 2.1 million visitors and £217 million in tourism spending. So, as we can see, Hertfordshire has become a key filming hub near London, combining historical sites like Hatfield and St Albans with modern stadiums like Leicester and Elstree. This location not only shapes the UK films industry but also attract millions of visitors each year.
So, I'm going to talk about the incredible impact of Bridgerton on tourism in Bath, and phenomenon often referred to as Bridgerton effect. Right away, the Netflix series became an immediate global hit. The first season shattered records with 82 million households tuning the worldwide in the first month. Its popularity was universal, appearing in the top 10 in almost every country. Even now, years later, the third season proved its staying power, becoming the most streamed original series of 2024. The massive global reach created the perfect fuel for what came next. The stunning city of Bath was chosen as primary stand-in for Regency London. Many of the show's iconic scenes were filmed here. Key locations like Royal Crescent, Bath Street, and the Guildhall, combined with Bath's perfectly preserved Georgian architecture, created that ideal romantic backdrop. When it comes to result, Bath has seen a noticeable rise in both UK and international visitors, specifically because of the series. The city's landmarks now inspire a whole range of fan experiences, including themed walking tours and afternoon teas. In fact, a huge number of around 30% of tourists to the west of England are motivated to visit just because of locally produced TV series or movies like Bridgerton. The surge in tourism has brought significant financial benefits to the city. The show alone is estimated to have contributed about £5 million to Bath's economy. When you look at all film and TV productions combined, they inject millions more every single year through crew spending, support for local businesses, and of course, the increased tourism activities. So, the Bridgerton is a perfect case study of screen tourism in action. Bath didn't just see more visitors, it developed an entire industry around the show. Fans can now step directly into the world of the Featheringtons and the Bridgerton. This clearly shows how a single TV series can transform a filming location into a global travel destination, ensuring historic cities like Bath continue to thrive in the modern era.
In conclusion, screen tourism is far more than just the visiting a film location. It's about the connection between the stories, places, and commotions. It turns imagination into reality, gives destinations a new identity through the power of film and television. We have seen how it brings enormous economic value, creates the jobs, and puts the place like Hertfordshire and Bath on the global map. But beyond numbers, screen tourism inspires people. It makes them travel not just to see the place but to feel the story. And as the streaming platforms continue to grow, this link between the screen and the real world will only become stronger, proving that storytelling doesn't end when the credits roll. Sometimes that's where the journey truly begins. So in the end, thank you for all of you guys for listening us.